It's go time, my friend. We're going to keep talking about predictions, the future of the planet, what's going to happen upcoming 2021 and beyond. Why? Because it is go time. And you may be hearing a lot of stuff out there. What's going to happen December 21st, 2020? What's going to happen next year? Are you ready for this? This is critical stuff. We got to keep on it. Get ready. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. You know, every day counts. This is why I'm breaking out the earrings and my little leopard stuff. I'm like, hey, I'm happy to get dressed up for you, and I'm doing it for myself too. We are one. Everything is one thing happening, but I want to share something with you about go time. Everything is your personal choice. What happens to the planet and whatever happens as a collective still allows you as an individual to experience something different. This is the frequencies of everything, universes and beyond, and it is unlimited. You alone get to choose. Now, there are many frequencies and many dimensions. They're unlimited, but as human beings, we can go to the fifth. When we start to go higher, we go into light beings. We actually are a completely different kind of existence. We don't even have to eat. You know, there's all kinds of things that are going to change. Now, I just want to point something out to you. Those of you who do recognize that the universe is teeming with life and other beings, of which we have been and who are here, and we are the Neanderthals, I want you to remember that their forms are a reflection of advanced beings that don't sometimes have the sun that we do, that don't eat like we do, that don't have to speak anymore. And so we're so fearful because we are so fear-based, dense beings that what we see and what we don't understand, we create stories around, and we hand the fear stories down to each other on and on and on. We have been under the control of ourselves. All right? We've been under the control of ourselves. We have to take full responsibility. Things cannot happen out there without our permission. Critical choice, I named 2021. Critical choice, 2020, I named expansion. I made predictions last year. Everything started to happen. What we don't know is what those things will be, but we do know certain things are going to shift that are going to decimate the structures in place because they can't possibly remain in place and have us say it's okay anymore. There are too many people that are evolving, awakening. Is it you? Now let's talk about the prediction. So here's what's happening. I actually looked up, I never looked this up because I don't want to be tainted. I don't want to watch the garbage out there. But I did watch somebody who supposedly has predicted some amazing things from a financial standpoint. Now I watched what he said months ago, and none of it's happened. We all know Nostradamus, who has been very accurate about a lot of things, has predicted things right now happening that have not happened. So what's happening is the trajectory has brought us to cataclysmic events on the planet. Those will continue to happen, just not on the level they were originally predicted, because the more we go into a higher frequency, the more people that do that, the less pain and struggle and suffering is going to be inflicted on us. All right, so some of the things that are happening are working in our favor. They're a reflection. Everything you see is a reflection of what we believe and think and what we've been doing. It's all cause and effect. This is not punishment. Somebody said, you know, this, our health issues is basically the fear-based people. And I'm thinking, well, we've all been fear-based, as a collective. And so we created exactly what we're believing and thinking. It's not a punishment to us. And you don't get sick based on just fear. Some people will get sick for other reasons. All right, so I'm going to give you an example. I actually did have the virus last year, way before anybody knew what it was. And I got it after going on a cruise. Now, I don't get sick. But a virus, sometimes you can get things even if your resistance is high. Now, so I want you to remember how things happen for you. So I want you to really wrap your head around this. This is a very important point that I'm going to bring up right now. Stop naming everything so bad. All right? Everything has positive purpose for evolution if you use it that way. So when I got mine, I had all the symptoms except for the neurological ones. And no one had this. And everybody's like, what is up with you? Coughing for 2 weeks, could barely walk up the steps. So like something sat on my chest. The fever, and then the fever came back. And I was like, what is this? I knew it wasn't pneumonia or anything else. And then later on when people started to get it here, I went, oh my gosh, I already had it, which I believe I have an immune system to it. They say no, but they really don't have documentation that people are getting it again. We'll find out. But I believe that it happened to me back then so that I could function now in a different way. So I believe that everything that happens is an opportunity for us to make positive change, and we have to look at what that is because it's always working in our favor. Nothing can exist right now on this planet in a negative way unless we allow it. We must start looking at our own reality. If you are doing anything that contributes to the planet in a negative way, including what you eat. Somebody said, oh, well, they ordered pizza and then they went through, McDonald's. And I'm thinking, why are you doing this? Like, hello, you're eating chemicals? We have been supporting the systems that we are complaining about, right? It's time for us to take full responsibility and ask yourself, it's go time. We have pushed our planet to the breaking point. All right, to the breaking point. We have abused it, and I want you to look at what's going on out there. We have abused the animals. We've abused everything. There will be no animal testing. None. If you aren't using a product, you refuse to use a product that does that. Anything. All right? So we have to take responsibility and say, oh, that's going on out there, but then you go over here and use the things. We are ready. It's go time. What are you doing? If you want to shift, you're not going to shift. You're not going to even notice anything's happening. Just like the world's going to just go on and, go to hell in a handbasket, right? It's like, what's happening? Okay, I'm manifesting some things, but there will be other people who are going to experience something completely different, and you won't even know it if you stay in the world that contributes to what doesn't work. And I'm talking about every area of your life. Blaming other people, arguing with people, conflict instead of being the solution. This is serious stuff, people. I'm not screwing around here. And the only reason I'm still on this planet is because I'm going to stay and give this message so that people start raising the frequency until I transition and think that, and I know that I've done everything I could. If you don't do this now, you will experience a different world. I'm not here to frighten you. I'm here to tell you, you don't need to be afraid because you alone are experiencing whatever you believe and what you create. So here's the deal. When you're looking out there and you're fearful, you're believing that, and that's what you will create. Whatever you focus on, you're creating. This is why you got to shut it down. It's not real. It's not real. It's bullcrap. Everything you're seeing, it's not real. It's the perspective. And even some people that even share it with you might believe it themselves. But if they're talking fear, if they are blaming anybody, if they're opposing anybody, they are not in the higher frequency. All right? This is a kick your butt, spiritual butt kick. My book's coming out this year, Spiritual Butt Kick. Why? We got to take responsibility. No more, oh, I'm going to go here, meditate, and then I'm going to go to work and do something that is destroying the planet. Well, I have to make money. And if you do good things, you're supposed to be broke. Get out of it. Get out of that mentality, right? We're done. We're done. No one is your enemy. We're all students here, and we don't have to approve. So if there's something going on that you don't agree with, those are your greatest teachers. We're going to go in and be the solution. Get off your butt. Yeah? If you are not the solution in creating something based on your trauma, then you are not using that amazing experience to evolve. It was given to you. This is your gift. Oh, yeah, right. A lot of fun that is. Abuse, bad jobs, bad relationships. We have to say, I did this. I participated. I'm entangled. Why? I still have something to learn. I still have something I want to master. You can do this. Everyone can. No one gets left behind. Don't worry about this karma thing. Your karma gets worked out right now when you stop being a yin-yang and complaining to other people. If you say one friggin' nasty thing to somebody else, you're the problem. Why? Because you're looking at yourself. And it's not very nice sometimes, is it? It's what we're capable of as human beings. We came to the lowest density planet in the universe. Thank God it's not worse out there. I'm sure there are worse things. Hell, if you want to create that, you can. You don't have to go to any of those spaces. You don't have to go into pain or suffering or anything. You can now use everything that's going on there that you feel passionate about, especially. Mine's animals. I cannot stand what's being done to animals. So you have to ask yourself, you can tell yourself the bullcrap story all you want about why you should do this or why you should do that. That's okay. Cause and effect, my friend. Cause and effect is for you. Because those people that go to higher frequency are going to make some decisions that are inconvenient, but in the bigger picture are so massive. And that's the new earth. There's no one cataclysmic event. If it is, it's because you're going to stay in density and participate in some of the things that are going to place you in that. But the event is an evolution of your frequency that goes up and up and up and becomes the solutions, the giving, the compassion. Not arguing, seeing another person as a student, not having to approve of them, but saying, what is that person doing? Because they're coming from anger and fear and hurt. That didn't happen overnight. They had to come from that, and they came from that, and they came from that. And it's in our shared energy field. It's in you. That's what you're capable of in that situation. So, how are you going to cure you? How are you going to help you? Talk. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Insulting each other. I see it on my neighborhood feeds. Why are you insulting each other? We're solving nothing. This is supposed to be a community helping each other, and then I see amazing things happening. A homeless person, they found the 74-year-old lady a home. And within an hour to 2 hours, the entire neighborhood had donated clothing, plates, furniture. I saw this happening within an hour. This woman had to reject most of this. Now we're not talking about junk. People were giving her coffee tables and couches, and it was amazing. This is the world we live in if we choose it. Are you that person? Start giving, start being the solution, be the change maker. It's go time. There is no more time because we have used up this planet, and it's not too late. Did you know that we can reverse absolutely everything on here? But it has to stop. We can't keep pumping garbage into our water and cleaning it up in plants and then, water plants with chemicals and pumping it back in. Your babies are being washed in that water. That stuff you put on your lawn is going into that water that you wash your babies in. We have to stop being ignorant. Do you want to go into that amazing space? Your prediction is yours to choose. And if you want to believe that there's one set prediction, and that's what you believe, you'll go into it. There's no conspiracy here. There's no conspiracy here. There is just a higher or a lower frequency. There's just me, and what I get. And then there is awakening. That's it. There will always be all kinds of stuff out there, and you can't trust any of it because it's coming from a lower frequency. Negativity is lower frequency. No awakened person would tell you something negative, including a psychic. So stop going to that crap. You're in control. You're in control. Why? Because you are so freaking powerful, beyond your imagination. Everything's one thing. The quantum field doesn't judge. It just is. It just creates. It just is. In other words, you shift into the reality that you believe, you focus on, you participate in. You've got to start taking action for yourself. Peace, love, unconditional love. Don't try and change somebody else. That's the ego wanting you to be okay for me. You must be enlightened. You must be awakened. Oh, you're not meditating. Oh, you're not saying nice things to me. Blah, 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 yak, yak. Talk to the hand. I don't have time for that. You want to be abusive? You got a little bipolar crap going on? I'm shutting it down. Go work it out yourself, because you know what? You have all the tools right now to change your life, all of it. And when you're feeling sorry for yourself, you're in density. How do I get out of it? You've got more teachings and tools out there than you can imagine. Not everybody likes the way I teach. I'm a spiritual badass, a Zen powerhouse I've been called. Spiritual butt kick. Find the peaceful person that tells you everything's wonderful. That's fine too. If it takes you in a higher frequency, that's good. It's positive. But you're in the world and you're going to have to function in it. So you can go off and meditate all you want, and you're still going to have to walk out that door at some point to get food or whatever. You can have it all delivered if you'd like. I'm sure you'll find some problems in that too. We took on the badass stuff because we're in that world in the most critical time on this planet. We took it on. You are an amazing powerhouse light being. It's there, not out there. You don't have to seek it. You are it. Everything else is the story you tell yourself and the focus that you place. That's it. Quantum physics. Wave is a probability. Am I going to focus on that wave? Particle. I'm bringing it in. I'm thinking it. I'm believing it. That's my world. That's my reality. Put on the rose-colored glasses. See people is amazing. See what you're looking at out there is mind-blowing. How can all of this be created? It's mind-blowing, right? Because human beings can't comprehend the unconditional, amazing beauty, unconditional love of the universe. But that's what we are. You can shift into whatever reality you choose. It's going to take work because you're contributing to and feeling the effects of the collective. You're responsible. What you put in your mouth. You have to educate yourself. You have to make some choices. And there's some easy ones right now. From what we eat, right? We don't want pain for anything or anyone anymore. Something bothering you, you're passionate about, what can you do? There's a lot you can do. We think, I'm just one person. That's the one of the million and the billion and the entire planet that changes everything. Stop thinking powerless and limitations and start seeing what you are and what you're capable of. It's endless. Come join me in a new earth. Everyone can. It's going to take your undivided attention, letting go, going into love, and saying, what can I do here to be the change, the amazing positive change, and let the rest go. Others will make decisions to stay. That's okay. We'll all end up back into the same amazing place and then do it all over again. Hopefully not here. I have Shift into the New Earth Masterclass, 3 hours, that you can go in and go into landriaonkka.com You'll have to go to the website and you can read what's in there and what you get for those 3 hours for 1 year unlimited use. If you're in my mailing list, Manifest Anything, you get a discount code if it's still valid. Sometimes I discontinue them. I have a Shift into the New Earth workshop that I've spent a lot of time on. It is packed, and it is practices, videos, journaling, and practices for you to focus on nothing but that. So if you're focused every day on these practices, you hopefully won't have time to think about anything else negative. And it's going to shift you into that place and give you the practices to do that, because you can spend time with that master classes, which is a lot of people have shifted from that. But a lot of people don't know, what do I do now? I give you practices 1 year unlimited. Video after practice. We have discussions. I have audio in there. And I take you through all the steps of what must shift in order for you to go into that unlimited space. And I don't have all the answers. But I'll tell you what, I have 5-star reviews. 5-star reviews and amazing stories that'll blow your mind. People that have done unbelievable things. And some people slide back. This may happen. This is possible. You can slide back because we're exposed to some really nasty stuff. So you have to go back in and say, okay, there's a trigger. It's work. That's what we came here for. What can I say? Please subscribe, share these. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, happy. Did you enjoy your butt kick, your spiritual butt kick, like my earrings? I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to finish all of this for you because my whole life is dedicated to this. I gave up a 25-year investment banking career, and I said I have to make a difference on this planet. And I've manifested off the charts amazing things my entire life, and I'm teaching you how to do the same. But we're just not here to manifest anything for ourselves, just everything, me. We're here to do it on a high frequency, which means you can have abundance and joy and amazing relationships and a great job, but you can do it on a high frequency. So all those things are going to contribute in a positive way. Everybody's going to enjoy this planet in the most amazing way because it's all going to be loving and giving and unconditionally amazing, loving compassion. That's who you truly are. You want to tap into that? Come join me. I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.